If you're looking for a highly educational market analysis, you're in the right place. This is the Transparent Effects Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight to the charts. In today's video, I will be speaking about BTCUSD. Now, as usual, first, I will be covering the technical aspect of this market. Then we will go and see what we have when it comes to the on-chain data, so how Bitcoins are moving on and off from exchanges. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for a potential move here on this pair. Now, starting from the monthly, what do we see? Now, here in the monthly, we can see that at the moment, the market has just tested a very strong level of previous monthly support and demand here, which the market just tested again. And as we are testing this support and demand, we did expect the market to reject it to the upside. And in a situation like this, we can expect even more continuation to the upside. We can also notice how we had this previous support that the market printed when it created this red candle and then it rejected the area to the upside. This previous support was broken to the downside with this red candle here. At that point, previous support was turned resistance. The market at first rejected it to the downside, which we can see here created this wick, but then the market managed to break above it, and at the moment we had a monthly close above the zone. So this area is once again support. So if we will have another retest of the zone, we should see a potential rejection higher. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we have? Now here in the weekly, the structure is very clear. In fact, we can see how this level was acting as previous weekly resistance here, again here, again here. The market broke it to the upside. At that point, all this previous resistance was turned support at this zone. In a situation like this, we can expect a retest of this previous resistance turned support before then getting a potential move higher. Dropping down on the daily, what do we see? Now here on the daily time frame, we can see how the market at the moment is testing this very strong previous daily resistance here, again here, again here, which now that the market has broken it to the upside is turned support at this level. Now as we are testing previous resistance turned support, we do expect a potential move higher. In general, if you have an impulse and you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And if we do that, we can see how this structure was actually lining up perfectly with the 0.32 and 50% Fibonacci's taken on the daily impulse, creating a very strong confluence of support inside of here that we expected the market to test and to reject to the upside. And as for now, that is exactly what the market has been doing. So this is a very interesting area, and it is a good zone inside of which we could be looking for a potential longing opportunity. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the on-chain data, we can see how during this massive correction, which you can see here is this black line, which is basically the correction that we can easily identify zooming out. So basically this drop here is exactly this drop here, this black line. The blue line is the amount of Bitcoins that there are on exchanges, okay? What we can see is the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges continue to drop massively, having another drop right inside of this area here. So there is even more accumulation happening possibly from an institutional perspective, because we're seeing Bitcoins getting bought on exchanges and then moved in cold storage, which usually is an indication of very strong buying pressure and that there could definitely be a shortage of Bitcoins on exchanges, which at that point would trigger a supply shock. And obviously, if demand increases, the price of Bitcoin would increase with it quite massively. So that is why it is usually regarded as a strong bullish metric if we see the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges dropping, as we're seeing right now. So in a situation like this, how we could be approaching this potential longing opportunity? Now, as usual, we would be reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the on-chain data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective inside of this area, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish to a bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to a bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries at that point, we could be looking for this potential move to the upside with good probability and good risk to reward at that point for the continuation to the upside. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say shift of environment and valid entries, that is all part of the mentorship program, which you can now access completely for free. The link is in the description, so I really suggest that you go and check it out. If you enjoyed the video, also make sure that you drop a like and a comment. It really does help. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you in my next video.